Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the win, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins. Every podcast episode, we bring the heat. Strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.
What's going on, Just the Best Slips Family? Professor Parlay with the PD King coming from the mobile office. We got a Taco Tuesday, so we got an early show today. Poolside Pat's a little busy with running some errands, but we wanted to bring a show for you today. We've got some baseball, some hockey, possibly a little WNBA. We got a little bit of everything for you. But I feel like it's been a forever since I've seen you all, but that's because I wasn't on yesterday, the last 2 days, I think, so I feel kind of weird, but
well, I've also been out for forever too, so my bad for all the people that have been wanting my bets. Sorry. You haven't wanted to tail me except for last night. It's like the first time I've won a bet in like what it feels like 8 days. It hasn't been that bad, but I miss you all. Get into the chat, drop some comments. We'd love to hear your bets today. That'd be massive for the program.
To your point, the first 5 days I was in Fuego. The last 3 days, not so much. So kind of good thing I was off, I guess. But because of that, we will get to the thing that keeps us from getting sued, where we can explain all of that. Number one, this explains everything. We are not professional gamblers. The show is for fun and entertainment purposes only. We do not get paid to do this. We do try to give you the best stats and the best bets possible, but we are not professional gamblers, and this show is for fun and entertainment purposes only. Please gamble responsibly and at your own risk. Do not gamble more than you can afford. Only bet what you can afford to lose. These are the most important. Oh, of course. These are the most important things that we stress. If you set a limit, stay within your limit, then you will be okay. But if you do find yourself running into trouble, gambling can be addictive, so please seek help. If you need it, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Again, stick within your limits, you'll be okay. But if you do have an issue, call that number 1-800-GAMBLER. They'll get you the help you need. We are not affiliated or sponsored by any specific sports book. We are, however, affiliated with our number one sponsor, has been with us since day one, which is Nevin Eyewear. Never odd or even. We all have them on the show. We don't just talk about them. We all own Nevin Eyewear. We all own multiple pair of Nevin Eyewear. If you use our link in the link tree on X, you will be able to get 30% off one pair, which I suggest if you buy a prescription pair, use the 30% off. If you're buying regular pair, buy one, get two free. That'd be your best deal. Either way, you'll get free shipping because you get free shipping on anything over $50. They are polarized, and again, if you lose them, damage them, scratch them, you can get them replaced. So they are risk-free. And if you do the buy one get two free, you'll get 3 pair for just under $90, and you'll get a free gift as of right now also. So we love Nevin. If you want to get a couple pair, go through our link, let them know we sent you, and you'll get that 30% off for the buy one get two free.
Yeah, and it's not just one time. It is every single time you use that link to send it, you get those discounts. It doesn't matter if you've done it once, twice, 30 times. Every time, if you use our link, you're getting 30% off or buy one, get two free every single time.
Like we said, we love Nevin. They're never out or even. We are not affiliated with a sports book, but moving on to our next sponsor, we are sponsored by Plavo/Player Profit, which is sort of like a sports book. However, it's more like a challenge system, and they also have somewhat of a sports book on the side. But challenge system is what we've always talked about here. Is what we want to talk about today. Essentially, the way it works is you buy a package ranging from $30 all the way up to $500, depending on what bankroll you want to go for. Use the code JTBS. You'll get 10% off any and all packages. Doesn't matter if you buy 20 packages, you'll get 10% off all 20 times. Doesn't matter if you buy 20 $500 packages, you'll get 20% off of all $500 packages. So make sure you use the code JTBS. You'll keep getting 10% off. If you buy that $30 package, you'll get it for $27. You'll get a $1,000 bankroll to bet with. You have completed 2 challenge system. The first challenge is to get to 10% profit before you get to 10% losses. If you're able to do that, you move on to challenge 2, which is to get to 15% profit before getting to 10% losses. If you complete that, you move on to the funded stage, which you can cash out up to 70% of profit up to that point going forward. There are many other rules, regulations, stipulations. There are minimum bet requirements for each leg of that challenge. So check out Playvo/Player Profit. They have a 2-minute video that explains it more. They also have a blitz system, which is a 1 challenge system, which is instead of 10%, you have to get to 25% profit before getting 10% losses. But once you complete challenge 1, you automatically move to the funded stage. So it's a little bit harder to do, but it keeps you from going through 2 challenges. Before I get into this, I wanted to put it up. Good to see you, CJ, and he's looking for a ladder bet for today. So we have a lot of candidates today, so we'll cook something up.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. We definitely have a lot of candidates for today.
Patch Pine because you're on and he's not. So the best bet is start of the month 4 for the first 5, and we're 0 for the last 3. So I'm looking for one to go through the hoop here. So I'm going with Thomas Hertel 1+ point. And why do I think that's going through the hoop? Well, he's hit it in 3 straight. He's hit a point in 8 of his last 10. And he scored 11 total points over his last 10 games. This is a high-scoring series. I think the Golden Knights have scored 4 or 5 in every game this series. And if they get 4 or 5 goals in this game, Hertel's going to be an assist in one of those. He's one of the main linchpins in this lineup, and he is where the puck goes through. So I trust him to get the 1+ point, and I got it at plus 115, so I like it even more. Like I said, I'm just trying to see one go through the hoop after the last 3 days have let me down. So I am rocking Thomas Hertel today, and we're praying that the Golden Knights get the win today.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and Thomas is part of the most elite line on that roster, so they've been the highest powered line. It just makes sense for him to get a point today. And again, a point. He doesn't need to score the goal. He just needs an assist or a goal. Either one, and he gets the point. Love that. And getting it over even money. Phenomenal bet. Love it. Set it, forget it. Because easy money right there.
I will say in the Stanley Cup Finals, he's hit it all 3 of these games, which is the most important thing. Like I said, they're scoring a lot. So I love this one. I think this gets us back to the green, back to the winning side of the best bet. So that's what we're going for today. I will go into poolside Pat. Sorry.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I mixed everything up on you. My bad. You're fine. It's okay.
You're good.
Listen, I am going with Langoliers 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs in an Athletics win tonight. They are playing at Las Vegas Park. And I don't know if you know about Las Vegas Park, but it is an absolute launch pad out there in Vegas. And the ball travels forever. Langoliers hit the longest home run of the season there, beating his previous longest home run of 467. He hit 483. I still don't think that ball's landed yet. I mean, he absolutely tattooed it. There was no business for that thing to be anywhere, like, it wasn't even close to being a question on whether it was leaving the ballpark. Everybody knew it when it left his bat. And that game also had 29 runs scored in it last night. So, yeah, the runs were flowing. They had 11 homers in that game last night. Now, granted, it went to extras, and 3 of them were in extras. But you still had 8 homers last night in regular ball time. I expect this to be a high-scoring game again. You have Gasser versus Ginn. Ginn, not that great in his own right, but Gasser, not great either. So I expect both of these pitchers to have a struggle fest today. And I just expect the last team to come up to bat is going to get the dub. Just give me the Athletics money line. You're not going to be sweating Langoliers for 2+ hits, runs, RBIs, because heck, he might go bridge off Jump Street, and then you're done with that portion. You're going to be sweating the Athletics money line tonight. Also, take the under for both of these pitchers and strikeouts. There's another bonus bet for you, but. Yeah, I expect Langoliers to have a big night. I almost even pushed it to 3+ hits, runs, RBIs. Thought about it, decided to keep it cool at 2 because I got plus money here. But if you want to go to 3, I do not hate that and get the little extra juice on it. Langoliers 2+ hits, runs, RBIs, Athletics money line. The wind's actually blown out to right field too, so just even more reason to love the Athletics. A little less with Langoliers, he's right-handed, but still, principle remains the same. Bet a lot of runs in this game tonight. The over-under is 12.5. You'll see it in my last call how I love the over. But yeah, that's performance level today.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy out there. When you messaged me that, I looked on the GameCast on ESPN. It went so far they didn't even register how far it went on ESPN's GameCast. That's the crazy part. It literally didn't even have a number there. But shout out to him, and Nick Kurtz also shout out to him.
Yeah, they have a sign that says like Las Vegas Park out in the outfield. It was still climbing when it hit that.
That's wild.
It was
shout out
insane.
to Kurtz, who hit 2 home runs yesterday. He's got like 5 this week or something. He's on a little bit of a tear right now as well. That whole lineup is starting to hit. So I really like this bet. And I do think the Athletics I feel like they gave one away last night, so they need to get this one back after yesterday and that crazy late inning game. I believe it's the marquee match. Nope, only ball.
Nope.
Maybe we don't have one. Did I not load? I may not load it.
No, it's in there. It's in there. I just shuffled stuff up to mess with you a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I got you. All right, so I didn't write this down, but I'm gonna pull it up. But I'm going with Ronald Acuna Jr. Plus 390. It mainly was a lot of the stats I pulled up this morning when I was looking. He is. I got it here. So first of all,
the guy.
Yeah, he's 6 for 19 with 3 home runs. He's got an OPS of 1277 versus Fetty, and it's Fetty. Like we picked on Fetty all year last year. I think the winds blowing left or right 2 miles an hour is kind of a non-factor in this game. I just really like the way he hits against Fetty. Then again, I like it the way everybody hits against Fetty, to be clear. So I trust Acuna today. I might also have Matt Olson for some stuff later, but I'm going with Ronald Acuna Jr. today at plus 390.
Listen, you're going to realize in a little bit how much you love this bet. Normally, you sit there and parlay these two guys together. I'm going to tell you to wait. I'm going to tell you to wait on it.
I got
For a specific reason, I'm going to tell you to wait. But I got Nick Kurtz. He went deep twice yesterday. Left-handed bat. Wind's blowing out at like 18 in Vegas today. Give me Nick Kurtz. He's going to go deep. And hopefully he goes deep. Give me that at plus 165. Now, granted, I originally got this at plus 210. So this line could have moved big. But when I was making the slides for today, saw it at plus 165. So it might even be less than that now. Make sure you jump on the Nick Kurtz train tonight. Anybody that's hitting from the first base side of home, you should, and that has even a little bit of pop, i.e. a Bryce Terang maybe. Are we gonna hit the Bryce parlay today? I don't know. Maybe we should. But yeah, listen, I'll do it. I'll fire it. I already have him in one bet too. So Bryce parlay it is. Bet it up. Last call, Bryce parlay. But yeah, go ahead and take Nick Kurtz is my long ball today. Either way, you're going. It's solid. I love Acuna today too. Saw his stats that he has 3 homers versus Fetty Wap, and I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and just. Yeah, you'll see it in a little bit how much I love Acuna Jr.
All right, that is your only long balls. This marquee matchup was the only one you could have put down. If you had put down something else, I might have deleted it. This
Correct.
one makes so much sense. And I don't mind that it's only plus 132 because I feel like it's going to hit fairly easily. So, first of all, Dylan Cease, I think, has only missed this line one time this entire season, which is wild to say over 12 starts.
He's missed it twice, but yeah, the principle remains the same.
And Zach
He's
Wheeler,
90% hit rate at 6+ Ks.
He's hit it, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, at least 3 of the last, definitely 3 of the last 4 for sure anyway. So that recently 3 of the last 4, and he's about, like you said, 80-90% on the year. Both of these guys easily can get to 6 Ks. Both of these teams can easily strike out. So look, I love this one. I was hoping this is the bet he was going to put up there. I do have a video from Poolside, which I'm sure he'll talk about this, but I'm going to wait till we get to his tabletop for that. But I do really like this bet, and we'll let him talk about it a little bit later when it gets to him. Next is the 750 Club. Look, I know I'm reaching for the stars a little bit here, but I'm doing another City Connect, and these usually work for me. We're keeping it in Atlanta, so I'm going Braves -1.5. They're 23-10 on the road. They're going against the White Sox, which, don't get me wrong, the White Sox are much improved. They're only like a half game out of first place. They're not a bad team. I just think the Braves are offensively are better. I think their bullpen is better. I think that they're going to get the job done. I think they probably win by 2, so that's why I went -1.5. Plus, I needed the juice to get us to the 750. I believe in the Braves. I think that they're going to be able to put it together. I think Grant Holmes is on the mound, I believe.
Yep.
And you know he has the ability to. Yeah, and we've already talked about Fetty gives up a decent amount. Grant Holmes has some days where he's lights out. Some days he's hittable. It just kind of depends. But even if he's hittable, I think this offense can just outscore the White Sox, and that's what I'm going with. I've got Matt Olson for 2+ total bases. This man has 139 total bases on the year. He's got 11 in his last 5 games and 24 in his last 10 games. So he's averaging over 2 no matter where you slice it, the last 5, the last 10, or for the season. He's in the top, I believe, 6 in home runs, RBIs, total bases. He's been on fire this year. And, again, I love a lot of these guys in this lineup against Fetty, so I'm going around Matt Olson for 2+ total bases here. Atlanta Dream, they're going against Angel Reese's old team, the Sky, at -8.5. The Dream is probably one of the best teams in basketball before they got Reese. The Sky were the worst team with Reese. They might be slightly better without her. I'm not going to lie, but I think this is going to be a game where, because of the playing their old team, the Dream are going to want to put up a big number against them. I think they run this up. I think they win by double digits, and I also think Angel Reese is going to be pressing this game. I got 12+ rebounds. She's hit this in 3 of her last 4 games. She's averaging right around 12 for the season, and I really just think she's going to be crashing the boards even harder against this team. Funny enough, there's slight some of these games she gets slightly down because she's making a little bit more shots. Not a lot, but a little bit more shots than she usually does.
I actually wanted to kind of make that joke is like, if she shoots greater than 40%, you're in trouble for this. But if she's less than that, you're all right.
Like I think she's going to be pressing, and maybe she bricks a lot more shots, and we get a lot of rebounds. That's what I'm looking for. And we got this at plus
5 rebounds out of that 12.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If we get 5 or 6 rebounds, this hits for sure. And Slayton said she hit like 14 or 15 rebounds in her last game. And a lot of those, I think she shot 36% in that game. So that tells you. So look, I know that -1.5 and -8.5 are tough, but you've got to shoot high a little bit to get to the 750. And I really believe both of these teams are fully capable of it. So if we can get through Matt Olson and Angel Reese's 12 rebounds, I think we got a shot at this. And getting it at plus 826 to keep us in the green for the month. I'm still at 4 units up from hitting that one early, but we would love to hit one to keep us above double digits and keep us rolling for the month.
Yes, we would. Yes, we would.
And if I could say I made money off of Angel Reese, I'll be happy.
I mean, it'd be the first time ever, to be clear. Nah, that's not true. It's not the first time ever because we kept betting her to miss her shot last year. Bada-zing! Honestly, after the way Sanchez carved up the Blue Jays yesterday, there's part of me that wants to go Wheeler ladder.
I hear you. I don't know if I could bet on them to strike out that many times 2 days in a row.
Again, I'm with you. I am with you. I said I might want to. I think the Burns ladder is probably the better ladder to go with. Just because I don't trust the Dodgers to strike out that much. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like the Burns ladder better.
The Dodgers do have some swing. I mean, don't get me wrong; they're like top 6 in least amount of strikeouts, I think. But they do have some games where they can run some strikeouts out. They do have some guys in that lineup that have some miss. Again, but Skeens, I think I love him at 6. I think it's risky to go beyond that.
Yeah, I think the Burns ladder is probably your play. Started at 5, run it up to like 9. I think that's probably your play today for a K ladder.
But that being said, I think we're just gonna move into the tabletop next. So I think it is green. It is soft. It is plushy. It is a tabletop. So this is Poolside Pat. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring him on to the show.
What's up, Bet Slip Nation? It's your boy, Poolside Duke of Slips. Here, if you're watching this, that probably means you won't see me live. Probably going to be a quick show with the professor and whoever else. Happy Taco Tuesday to those who celebrate. I did not, unfortunately, take out taco meat. I'm going to try to, but I don't think it's going to defrost in time. So I'm going to have to catch the next one. That's neither here nor there. Again, you might catch me live. You probably won't, though, if you're seeing this. So let me get to my picks very, very quickly. Lost every single NBA Finals bet I had last night, but thankfully hit the marquee. So that kept me from losing 9 units, and instead only ended up losing about 3 or 4. So not too shabby. That being said, let's get to the picks. The marquee matchup of the day is Dylan Cease and Zach Wheeler. Pretty easy there. Dylan Cease is 4th with 92 Ks. Philly strikes out 8.3 times per game. Cease's last 5, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 7, aka he's hit 6 in all of his last 5 starts. On the other hand, Zach Wheeler, 81 plate appearances against these Blue Jays roster, 21 K percentage. His last 5, 8, 4, 6, 8, and 4. My only bugaboo is Toronto strikes out the least of any team in the bigs, but he is Zach Wheeler, so I like that to hit plus 132. I actually forgot to write down these odds. They're on the slide, so I'm going to guess them, and we'll see how close I got. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, my next one is going to be Logan Gilbert, not on the Dead to Me list, and Trevor Rogers. Logan Gilbert, 76 plate appearances against Baltimore, who strike out 8.94 times per game. He has a 27.6 K percentage. His last 5, 8, 6, 6, 5, and 9, so only missed 6 Ks that one time. Trevor Rogers only hit this twice on the year, but Seattle strikes out 8.7 times per game, so I'm hoping that rears its ugly head, and Trevor Rogers can sneak his way to 6. Got that. That's in the 300s. I got to say 320 something. We'll find out if I'm close or not. It's kind of like a little game inside the game. And then last but not least, Dustin May, Freddie Peralta. Dustin May pitching well as of late, 9, 9, 7, 3, and 7 in his last 5. And Freddie Peralta in 109 plate appearances against the Cardinals, 22.9 K percentage. So I like that to smack. I think it's a good matchup for both pitchers. Cards parlay is that was at 234. I'm gonna say. Cards parlay, Dustin May 4 boosted this, so I like the 4. Jordan Walker 2+ hits, runs, RBIs. Yvonne and Burley 1+ hit at 510. I know that for a fact. Also have him on my last call, Dustin May, a different parlay, like him a lot today. And then last but certainly not least, let's go Vegas, let's go Knights. We're coming for that cup. We're coming for that 3-1 lead. No cash out. I can't cash out. Professor's not cashing out. We coming. Let's go Knights. That's all I got. These have been the hot tips to help you all bet slips. Everybody have a blessed day. Stay amazing, stay handsome. Don't know why I did that accent. Love you.
I mean, he got Italian on us. That was a little weird. I'm not going to lie to you.
So there you have it. He has the marquee matchup. He's got alternate matchups with Logan Gilbert, Trevor Rogers plus 244, Freddie Peralta and Dustin May plus 262. Cards parlay. Oh, that's up 6.82 units. Okay. May for 4 strikeouts. Walker, 2+ hits, runs, RBIs. Burley and Yvonne, 1 hit at plus 340. He boosted it to 510. And then he's got Las Vegas money line, which you'll see on my last call because I have this. What I said I was going to bet him on my last call every single day that they play. And he's right. I will not be cashing out. I am getting 70% cash out right now, and I'm not taking it. So it is what it is. I'm here for the long haul, no matter what happens. I might regret it in the end, but I don't think I will. Next, I believe we have PD King. Yes.
Yeah, it's me. Listen, I've got 4 PDs today. Obviously, the PD of the day is there, but I am taking Zach Wheeler for 6+ Ks in the Phillies money line. Yeah, like Sanchez was able to carve up the Blue Jays yesterday in pressure situations. And Toronto has problems when they have to deal with speed changes. When you have pitchers that don't have a lot of good speed change, they hit breaking stuff well because they're able to fight off fastballs and then attack breaking balls. The problem was yesterday with the change up from Chris Sanchez, they were able to do, a little bit different. He was able to get him out in front, and then he wasn't able to react to the they weren't able to react to change up because they thought it was fastball. They sped up. We're in front of it. I expect Zach Wheeler to throw that split that he uses as his de facto change a little bit more today, and I expect that to be his kind of bread and butter out pitch today. So give me 6+ Ks from him in the Phillies money line. I also just don't trust Dylan Cease versus really good teams, which is the reason why I actually think the Phillies get at him a little bit today. Give me Nico Horner, 2+ hits, runs, RBIs, and the Cubs money line. They're in Colorado. Ball's going to be flying. Take it, leave it, set it, forget it. You're in there. And then I've got Chase Burns 6+. Yes, he would be my favorite for the ladder, but 6+ in the Reds money line today. There. Now, I know I normally go K ladder parlay with 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. We're going to go a little bit different route today. I'm going with a dinger parlay. I've got 2 guys in that Milwaukee Athletics game in Kurtz and Bowers, and then I am taking Brandon Marsh and Ronald Acuna Jr. Brandon Marsh has been absolutely on fire as of late. He's facing a right-hander, so even better. And I expect him to go deep today. Acuna, we've already talked about. Kurtz, we've already talked about. Jake Bowers, lefty bat for Milwaukee, who has decent numbers against Ginn's Arsenal. So not as much versus Ginn because he really hasn't faced him, but versus the pitches that Ginn throws, those are his highest OPS pitches. So give me Bowers to get a dinger today in that launching pad out in Vegas. 4 legs, and if I hit, I would be king of the units. There's not a doubt in my mind.
Well, I didn't put them on here on my last call because I forgot to type them out because I was in a hurry. But I have 2 forget that dime bets for the last call that are both over 50,000. So, we have 3 of these to try to ride because I got to bet this one too now. So let me write it down. First,
well, this replaces the long ball parlay, right? Because this is just add 2 other guys in Bowers and Marsh.
Yeah.
To the long ball parlay. That's the reason why I told you to hold off on the long ball parlay.
Yeah, I'm definitely betting this to go with my other 2 because one of these days we're going to hit one of these and it's going to be great for the program.
Right.
And the amount of long balls have been flying lately. Why not us?
Yep.
So I am going to move on to mine. I have Paul Skeens 6+ strikeouts. Like I said, I love him for 6. I didn't want to push him any further. He has hit this in 7 of his last 8. The Dodgers don't necessarily strike out a lot, but they do have swing and miss. And Paul Skeens is Paul Skeens. I think he can get to 6. Dylan Cease 6+ strikeouts. He's hit this in 10 of his last 11. The Phillies, although have gotten better, they still are 17th in strikeouts. They still have swing and miss in that lineup as well. And then Chase Burns 6+ strikeouts. He's hit this in 7 of his last 8. And San Diego is actually slightly worse than the Phillies. They're at 18th in total strikeouts. They strike out a decent amount as well. So I've got all 3 of these plus 197. I boosted that to 217. Then I've got a hit parlay. I've got Alec Burleson 1+ hit. He's on an 8-game hitting streak with 12 hits over those 8 games. So he's got a couple multiple hit games. I've got Blake Dunn on a 6-game hitting streak who's got 10 hits over those 6 games. Also a few of those multiple hit games. Then lastly, the aforementioned Bryce Terang for 1+ hit. He is also on an 8-game hitting streak. He's got 12 hits over those 8 games. He's been hitting the long ball the last couple of days. So I think he's feeling it. When he starts to see it, you start betting him because that guy can catch fire in a hurry. Got that to plus 188. It's a little bit less than I normally want to do. I usually want to be at plus 200, but I trust these guys enough to where I just wanted to get a win. And then obviously the best bet I have Thomas Hurdle 1+ point at plus 115. Mine are kind of straightforward. It's simple. I'm just trying to get on the board after the last rough couple days, get back on that winning track because once we get rolling and winning again, we won't stop. That is not a terrible strategy to just do a 6-7 ladder for all of them. That's not a terrible strategy because they all could easily get to 7. That being said, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Don't hate that. No, I don't hate that either. Again, there's plenty of guys that you can ladder today. But if you're laddering them, I'd start lower and then just build up to the bigger one, and don't put as much money on the bigger ones.
Yeah, do like
do a little bit.
I say the way I usually do is like if you want to do 6, 7, do 5 at 2 units, 6 at 1 unit, 7 at 1 unit. If you get to 6, you won't lose money. If you get to 7, you make a decent profit. That's the way I would probably approach them. I do on my last call before I get to the forget that dimes. I have a 6 for 6. I'm going Dylan Cease, Zach Wheeler, Logan Gilbert, Burns, Paul Skeens, and Evaldi, all 6+ strikeouts at plus 1595. I liked all these pitchers. Obviously, I didn't want to bet. I wasn't going to bet multiple parlays, and just throw a bunch of parlays. But I did want to put them all together because I think they all have a chance to get to 6 tonight. And I knew we'd get a decent number of this. And this is a plus 1,500 or 1,600. I really believe we could hit tonight. So I did the 6 for 6. It's kind of like a tip of the hat to Poolside Pat that loves to do the 4 for 4s and 5 for 5s. So I wanted to do them one better and do a 6 for 6. I've got Las Vegas Golden Knights. I got them at minus 110. So Poolside got a little bit better. I did it on Fanatics. He probably did his on DraftKings. That's probably why. So I'm going to read off my 2 forget that dime bets. So I'm going to start off with Randy Arozarena 1+ home run. I've got Pete Alonso 1+ home run. I think you're going to see some balls leave the yard in that Orioles game. The wind's blowing out a good amount. I think it's like 10, 12 miles an hour. And both of these teams have some pop in their lineup. I think you're going to see some balls flying out of it. I've got Ronald Acuna Jr. at plus 390, and then I've got James Wood against San Francisco. I think that's another game with all of these having wind blowing out. Well, except for Acuna's is more left to right. And all of these are guys that have been hitting home runs lately, so I'm just riding that. I got that at plus 52,820, and that's with no boost. That's just straight up.
Wow.
And I did that on Fanatics. Now, DraftKings, on the other hand, I decided to do a same game 4-leg home run parlay because a lot of these games are starting to see where we saw the Giants the other night put up 8 and 9 home runs. We saw the game last night where there was 11 home runs in the game. So I think that the candidate outside of the Athletics game that we already talked about, the candidate with the winds blowing heavily out is this Houston Angels game. So I'm taking Yordan Alvarez for a home run, Christian Walker for a home run, Mike Trout for a home run, and Joe Adell for a home run at plus 46,000 boosted to plus 52,000. So you have 3, forget that dimes, throw 10 cents on them. I don't care what you bet on them. Throw a small amount. You're going to win a few $100. If you bet 50 cents on both, you went over $200 on both. So throw like 50 cents on them, and if you lose, who cares? If you hit, then you're going to love me forever. Do the same thing with PD Kings. We know that these are long shots. They're plus 50,000 for a reason, but these are a good way to turn a small amount of money into a lot. If you want to get wild, which I might do because I'm nuts, and I do have an odd 50 cents in my account, I might put all the home runs that we talked about on the show together in one bet and try to win like $10,000 because I'm crazy. But don't do what I do. I'm a little bit of a degenerate. I'm not gonna lie. See money coming in from people.
Of course he is. Listen, I've got Athletics money line in the over 12.5 in that game. Listen, that the ball's going to be jumping in Las Vegas Park again. This thing could get over 20 again very easily. I'm definitely taking that over 12.5, and that thing has been climbing steadily all day. So feel really good that I got the over at 12.5. I think it's at 13.5 now if I saw it correctly. But yeah.
All right, so we got Poolside Pat has the same game cards parlay. It's the same parlay, but I guess boosted higher maybe. Oh yeah, same game, but May for 5 strikeouts is what it is. It's his cards parlay, but with May at 5Ks instead of 4Ks. We got that at 440, and then Jimmy Crooks, whoever that is, for plus 800. I have absolutely no clue that is. So bet that responsibly. I'm not gonna lie. The last time Poolside Pat threw a name up I had never heard of, at plus 900, he smacked a home run. So it is what it is. Maybe throw a buck on it. It happens. I am currently, before we end this show, about to go through all 3 of our home run parlays and put them all together and put a dime on it just for fun.
Just for fun.
Just for
straight
fun.
funsies.
So I'm gonna go back to yours real quick so I can put it in. I'm gonna put it in by itself also, but
Right. Naturally.
Because I don't want to hit by itself and then I miss because I'm stupid. Which I am, but I don't want that to be the reason.
Right. Fair.
All right. So Bowers is the other. Bowers went deep last night too, didn't he?
Right. And again, it's versus Gins Arsenal this season. He's got a very, very high OPS versus pretty much every pitch in Gins Arsenal, which is massive for the program.
All right. Marsh. Who didn't fail you last night, but he failed me.
Yeah, he did not fail me last night because he got on. And that's all that mattered.
Plus 850 for hitting a home run. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's just because the ball doesn't fly as much in Toronto, but, I mean, it's Cease, and he has gone deep versus Cease before. So.
All right. And then we've got Nicholas Kurtz and Bauer. Okay. So we got that one locked in for $150. Cool. And we're gonna run that back. And then we're gonna run my other one back.
That back, yep.
And then I gotta go look at the other one because I forgot. So it's Randy Rosarina. I can't do Acuna again. So Rosarina, Alonso, and Wood. That's all of that.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna get wild.
Unless you do Acuna for 2. No, don't do Acuna.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna sell the bag in case this somehow hits.
I think probably a little bit later I might squad bet this.
That would not be the worst thing you could do. That's for sure.
I think I might squad bet it. How many guys are in it?
Hold on, I got one. It's gonna be 10 total.
10 total. So you squad bet it with 8.
I got one more to add.
I think an 8 plus homer squad bet out of this would be a pretty good number.
What I'm going to tell you is it's 10 cents to win $13,955.
And I'll be betting that too. But always bet these stuff responsibly, everybody. That's all.
Plus,
you can forget that done.
I'm guessing this is 1,395,556.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Something along those lines.
So the odds of this happening are 0, pretty much. But it's 10 cents, and I've lost 10 cents in my yard every day I walk the dog when I go to pull a treat out of my pocket. So not once did he ever give me $13,000. So maybe I could pay off some credit cards with this bet. We'll see.
Correct.
And NXT We's always looking for some craziness. I will read it all to you real quick one more time in case you want it. If you want to be crazy with me. But again, it's a 10-leg home run parlay, and we have a hard enough time hitting 2. So take it with a grain of salt. We got Brandon Marsh. What did I do? Oh no.
Oh no. What did you put on it?
So I take it back as 9-leg home run parlay. I added Angel Reese 12 rebounds to this parlay. So let's run it back, and then I'll tell you what it is without Angel Reese in there.
That's so good.
You know what? Because I made that mistake, it's plus 826,000 without her. I'm running the plus 826,000. I mean 826,000 at $1. It's $82,600 if I win.
Hey, why not?
Hey, Vegas, here we come.
We're going to Vegas.
Why not?
We'll be
Why
doing the show from Vegas pretty soon if we pull that one off. I can tell you, we probably won't get there because if I get to about 6 home runs, I'm taking whatever cash out they offer. They're like, we'll give you $10K. Done.
Smack it.
Yes, these are on retirement heating bets of the day. That's facts. You're not wrong on that one. Again, we are doing this for fun, and we're just goofing around with some crazy bets. The other ones we gave you were sound. Don't trust these necessarily. I will tell you that I didn't add it on here, but after last night, I can admit when I was wrong, you both were right. Cat is never leaving this list again. That guy sold the bag hard last night, and he's dead to me. and now he's dead to all three of us. Pat can't reverse it. So he's going back on this list, and then I'll move to the records. I've had a rough few days, but my bet odds haven't really changed. I mean, my records haven't changed all that much because I did hit a plus 300 for a home run on Hunter Goodman the other night. I did hit a plus 300 when we did the loyalty slip the other night when PD King wasn't here to bet it. So that was plus 6 units right there. And then I had another win. So I had 8 units, so that covered all my losses. I think I lost 0.5 units over the last 3 days where I've only won 3 bets. So, you know, it is what it is. We at least won some that kind of broke us even. It damaged the record here, which I didn't change to yellow yet, or red. We went from positive here to minus, which I was trying to stay positive here. So that's where it hurt us the most. Poolside Pat did have some losses a little bit, but he's still at 11-11. PD King's at 3-2, up 7. I don't know if that's updated, but hold on.
That's correct. That's correct number. What we got there?
It says, do you think soccer in the United States and Canada has become more popular in recent years than the past?
Yeah, I think it's become more popular, but it's still not even close to the world stage.
It's not. I think in the United States it's become way more popular because, you know, 10 years ago, there wasn't many people talking about the World Cup like they do now. So I think it is. I think it's. I personally still can't get into soccer, but that's just me. I have a mental block at it. But
it's grass hockey, right? Like it's just, you know, you can't really compare. No, I'll actually be putting up some World Cup bets when it gets there, so get ready for that. The Cat will be off that list. No, I'm telling you right now, I put him on because he's not an automatic double-double. And someone on this show, I'm not going to mention any names, he might not be on here currently, but he might be in the comment section currently, said he was an automatic double-double, and that was a lie. Like, legitimately, we went to Maury, and we determined that was a lie. Like, I can't fathom how many times that I've bet that man for a double-double, and he's failed me. So, yes, I will not bet Cat again. It's not going to happen. I'm done.
He is dead to everyone on this show except for Poolside Pat. Let's be clear. Poolside Pat's going to bet him constantly. However, the rest of us will not. And I'm going to say it now. I won't even tell the bet that has him in it. He's dead to me.
Dead. He's done.
I gave him another chance when the others wouldn't, and he failed me again, so he's done.
Oh, well, I think that's going to wrap it up, man. Fantastic show for everybody. We're about to get some tacos. Losers. Who's sending us losers?
That is Pat Gary's burner account.
His burner account. Sending up losers. This has been Just the Bet Slips, where we promise you one thing and one thing only every single day here on X and YouTube. Make sure you're smacking that follow and subscribe button. Costs you nothing, but it helps us out a bunch. We would appreciate that. But we bring you the hot tips to help you all with the bet slips. Go responsibly, chase that bag, and allow us to play you.
Yo, we in the game talking numbers stakes high. Knowledge and skill like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the win, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins. Every podcast episode, we bring the heat. Strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.